Good evening, everyone. It's Squaler 100. Something just fell off my seat. So I wasn't ready. Good evening and welcome to the update. It's war against COVID-19, Los Angeles. COVID? What COVID? Anywho, so let's get going without further ado. So, internationally, what is the update on COVID? United States still has, well, first let's go with how many have been infected. Over 6 million around the world. How many have perished? Over 300,000. May they rest in peace. The United States has 1.6 million, over 102,000 casualties or have perished, have passed. May they rest in peace. Brazil is number 2, and yeah, it's a steady climb for Brazil. As I mentioned before, I guess they have a far right. So the far right and the left are actually trying to get together to really do something about this disaster in Brazil. They have a lot of numbers going. The fatalities are actually are increasing every day. They have over 550,000 cases, and they've exceeded Russia, which is number 3. The other thing is internationally is that I guess the Sweden Prime Minister the Swedish expert, an epidemiologist, I guess, has gone on record to say that I guess looking back that they wish that they had been a little more restrictive with their quarantine. They had the loosest or the most lax restrictions, even in Scandinavia. So Denmark and Norway actually has fewer cases and fewer deaths. So yeah, so try to be a maverick on this one, huh? Sweden and Brazil, not a good idea. So it's to the detriment of a lot of folks who perish. So yeah, that's what's going on. A lot of the news is still overshadowed by the protest here in the United States. It's nationwide, and the Department of Defense advisor has just quit, and I think he wished Trump good luck, and I think he was being sarcastic, and I think he was criticizing Department of Defense Secretary Esper, for being supportive of Trump's stance, but that's getting a little too political. So not going to get into that. So just to say that the demonstrations and the protests are still happening. The ACLU has chimed in saying that it's unconstitutional to impose a curfew. So as I have said the last couple of days, the curfew was 5 or 6 o'clock in LA County till 6 a.m. Now it's moved back. It's moved up to 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. So there's still curfew. So still I guess in Washington D.C. They pulled out 200 active military, but the presence still there, active duty and National Guard, and I guess National Guard are still in LA, and they're blocking the streets. And so far, I guess today it's been peaceful. No reports of looting yet, but then again, I haven't really been listening to the news. What's happened is that, and this is I'm going to try and not be political, but just to say what is said, is that I guess the district attorney or the prosecutor for the case against Chauvin, who was the police, who was involved in the death of George Floyd, is that they have increased. They have actually made they're going to increase the offense from a 3rd-degree murder to 2nd degree. So that way, the other 3 officers can get prosecuted. But the expert who was talking on the talk radio that I was listening to was saying that it's going to be hard to prosecute. And I'm talking to one of my coworkers. He's a clerk, and he's actually lives in South Central. Obviously, he's black, and he was talking about his leg when he actually left the military. He got discharged, and then the riots happened in 1992, and he actually was a victim of a drive-by shooting. He got shot in the right knee. He survived the military, only get shot in the leg in his neighborhood. So he's thinking that with the increase in the charges, that it's going to calm down the protest for a little bit, and maybe the rioting and the looting. But he's thinking that once the case goes through, if people don't like the verdict or the outcome of the trial, then there's probably going to be more rioting. So why did I throw that in there? Well, as I mentioned yesterday, there's concerns about super spreaders, and with the tear gas, people with their watery eyes, runny nose, and coughing and sputtering, aerosolizing the viruses, and most likely out of the thousands of people that are there, there's at least a couple who are infected. So haven't really heard of any reports, but there are concerns in the medical community about that. As far as work goes, it's still the same. We're still trying to limit the number of patients coming in, and we're doing a lot. I'm doing a lot of video and telephone call, which the patients don't seem to have problems with. So that's the update today. And I forgot to tell you the date at the beginning. It is June 3rd, 2020, and it's actually 5:34 in the evening. So that's the update. Have a good night. Take care, and that's it for now. We'll talk to you later.